Hello chickens, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Angela, here for another little video and looking forward to sharing my latest little creation with you today. So I hope that you've got a cup of tea or your crafting supplies and you're keen to follow along. So as you know, I'm working in my Marvellous Mice Traveler's Notebook kit, wall journal, using that kit, and yeah, it's turned out really well so far. So if you haven't seen it yet, where have you been? But if you haven't, it's in my website shop under New This Month tab, so the tab that says New This Month, and everything that I'm using is in there. Right, enough of that. We're going to go and have a look inside here. I want to show you the example that I've made for the one signature, and then we are going to do the same thing for the other, or similar. All right, so this is just some of the stuff that we've done. And on just after the paper bag, I put a little clip on there, look. I've used one of these cream pages that are in here. We went through that on how I put these signature pages together. So if you've missed that, the playlist is in the description box. It's called Marvellous Mouse Journal Project. So you can find that in my playlist, or you can have a look in the description box for this video or any of the Marvellous Mice videos. Right, so I've got that there. And then look at that. Oops, there's a little cutting. That's the first bit. We've got this little double pocket here, like a triangle, and then I've put in some cards from my collage page over there. You can write on the back, and some lovely writing space. So those fit in there. I mean, you don't have to have them pointing down if you want. You can have them that way as well. You know, it's up to you, whatever you choose, but I'm going to go with this way. So there we go. So I've got two of those over there. If I got that straight, not quite, but there we go. All right, so that's that. And then if you go to the other side of the same piece of paper, we folded it over, if you remember, and I've done another one over here. They're not joined. If I pull this up a bit, you can see there's a gap. All right, and I've got another two little pockets from that collage page. I'll show you the pages in a minute, and the little mouse sticking out the top there. I've put lilac tabs on these, and green ones on the bottom too, so I've alternated, one green, one lilac. So I've just decorated it with a couple of die cuts, a piece of lace and little flowers, because there's lots of flowers. It's a spring journal, so I really like that. But that's not all. Like the infomercial says, that's not all. If you turn this over, we had the little flap out, so I've just decorated that there really simply with some lace and some bits and pieces. Added a little flower. You turn that up, and I've added a library card over there, all from the kit, and that is that. So you've got writing space there, which is really nice as well. All right, so that's what we're going to have a go at today. I hope you're excited. I am going to go to the second signature here, The Joys of Elasticated Bindings. And I just want to find the second, also next to the paper bag. I want to grab this piece of paper. So it's set up very similar. So you just can pull it out like that. And it's next to the paper bag. There's only one, so I know where that goes. And I'm going to grab that. So I'm going to just take that out, because it's easier to work with it when it's loose. Okay, so we've got our flap out over there. And you can have that, the other one that was on that side, yeah, and I turned it actually the other way, but with this one it's on that side. Okay, it makes no difference, but just decide what you want it to be before we begin. I'm keeping it as I originally had it, so I'm going to turn that over. So the flap's on the inside now, and we're going to start over here. All right, so not on the flap side, the other side. Now the pages that I used to make the cards were as follows. So I printed out, I had one of these. This is part of the journal pages. You've got the journal pages, which are part of the journal kit, along with your add-on and ephemera. Then the only other kit for this is the background pages, which is additional background pages. Now this is part of the journal collection, the main kit. that. All right, so you've got 2 collage pages. I used the pinks and lilac one for this, for the one I've just shown you. And what I did was, when you've made up your little bit that's going to, the pocket that's going to actually house the tags, I then measured it, and I'll show you how I did that with a little template, which made it really easy. So here's just a piece of card, and I'll talk about that when I get there. But it was then easy for me to see exactly where I wanted to cut these out, and I got 6 of them out of here. I've used 4, so this one, that one, and I think that one in the lilac one, and then the 2 that remained, I've used those for the pink one. So that one comes from there, and that one comes from there, as you can see. All right, and then I needed 2 more, and I didn't want to use the blue version of this, blue and pink, because it wasn't going to match with my paper. So what I did was I took this sheet of paper and I cut 2, so I put that there because that's the right angle. I've cut out a piece over here, and what was the other one? Over here, I think. Yeah. All right, so that's what I've done. Sorry, we don't need the flower. So those 2 were from the collage page, and then these 2, one over there and one over there. Okay, so that's what I've done. And these 2 have the piece of paper that's like floral. So I've got 2 of those, and then I've got 2 of the pink tabs on there. All right, so that's how I got to make these, and I just backed it onto card. So that's what I've done. Right, back to the other now. Right, so for this one, I'm going to use this piece of paper, and for the previous one, I used the pink version of this. It's this one. Okay, so that's what I've used for the pages. So this is really simple. You just need a pencil. Okay, and you want to measure off the width of your fold there already. Okay, so we went through how I folded all of that on the second video. So if you want to have a look at that, you can do that. Now my one is, yours will be slightly different if it's US size, I think, but mine is 4 1/4 here. So I want to make it 4 1/8 really. So I don't want to go straight into this fold line here. So I'm just making a little bit less. So I'm just going to make a little mark with my pencil here, like that. Okay. And the same on the bottom. Okay. We're going to cut that off. So it's just 1/8 of an inch narrower than your page. So 1/8 of an inch really is like 3 millimeters. If you are doing metric. All right, and you want 2 of these, so I'm going to just take this edge here as well. So I'm going to go there, join them together, and cut another one. Now what we want to do is we want to fold each one of these in half, and you won't see this, but it's a guide for you so you know where the middle is. Okay, and we cover it with lace, so you definitely won't need to worry about that, but it's important to get them even. Not crucial, but you know, you don't want one much narrower than the other. So we've got the middle mark there, like that. Now just ascertain which side is your spine, which is there, and this is the bit with the flap, so that's where your spine is. All right, so this is the edge, and why I say that is because you want your tags to be on the edge here. So the triangle is going to fold along the spine side. All right, so with that, I'm going to take the distressed edge and put it over there like that. Okay, now the only other thing that we need to do, and because I've folded them, I'm going to take, a lady commented on this the other day, a hair's breadth, which is really a sliver, just a sliver. Okay, really tiny amount, just because I don't want it exactly the same length as my page. I want it a slightly bit shorter. So that's all I'm doing there. So you've got them folded in half, and we're taking a little sliver off there like that. Okay. Right, let's turn it over where we can see better on the white side. Right, so as I said, I'm going to, well, it's just my choice, but I'm going to keep this edge. Let's use the other one. This one on the spine side with a distress ink. Okay, it's personal choice, it really doesn't matter, but there we go. You can see I've got just like a tiniest margin around all of this. It's slightly smaller on all sides. Now all that you want to do is, you've got your fold mark here. I should have done it. Let's go like this. Here's your fold mark so you can see better. All right, so there you can see it. That's your middle bit. Now I'm just gauging this. I'm doing 1/4 of an inch. So 1/4 of an inch is about 1/2 centimeter. There, give or take. It doesn't have to be precise. So that I've got about 1 centimeter. So that's almost 1/2 an inch. Okay, either side that I'm marking with my pencil. And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to take my ruler and join this up to the edge of my corner there. Can't think today. Right, so we've got that and the corner, and I'm going to just draw a pencil line. All right, and exactly the same on this side. Point and that little mark that we made. Okay, and you're going to do the same with the other one. Okay, I've only made the little edge bit there because that gives me a better point of attachment than if I joined it right to the edge where it would be very thin. So that's why I've done that. Now I'm not going to cut those off quite yet. What I am going to do is I'm going to cut it off just again about 1/4 of an, this is just a rough guide, 1/4 of an inch. Yeah, probably easier to do it that way, but yeah, let's do it that way, and then I can see where the other line is. So yeah, just gauge it. It doesn't need to be precise. I'm only doing this because I like to reinforce the edge. Okay, that's your fold line, and that's the extra bit. So we're going to glue. Okay, and the same with this bit over here. They don't need to be precisely the same on both sides. I keep these because these are cute little pockets. Okay, and then exactly the same with this one. You can just draw a line with pencil and use your scissors, guys. Whatever you're comfortable using. I use a knife because I've always used a knife, but you know, whatever floats your boat. Where's my shorter ruler? I cannot see it. Right, so we'll have to use the long ruler. Okay, so now I'm going to go to that line we drew originally, and I'm just scoring on it because I'm going to fold these over. Here, I want to fold that over like that, and do the same on the side, and the same with this. Now, how easy is this? And so pretty. I really like how it turns out. I have made a similar thing as a center spread before, long ago, but we have got the mouse pictures in the center, so we won't be having center spreads. So I decided to make a different version of it. So there we go. Just press that nice and flat. Right, you want some glue now, or we can just glue those little flaps down. If you don't like reinforcing the edge or find it's not for you, you can just trim this bit off. But for me, this is paper and I want it to last. You know, you push things in and out of pockets and you've got a thin paper edge, and I just feel that it needs some kind of reinforcement. So this is my solution to that. Okay, so we've got that there. There's the one and the other. Right, so at this point, if you are keen, you can take your distress ink and just do a little bit of that on the edges. Like a little bit of that, just a little bit. But you can grunge it up if you want, if you're doing a different version. You know, whatever is your preference. Okay, so we've got both of those now. Now we've got the flap there. And as I said, we're doing one there, one there. So I'm just going to open it up like that. Now, guys, just remember, this is the spine. So you want to make sure that you've got one going this way and one going that way. All right. And you don't want to buff it up right against that fold line, because when you sew, well, we're not sewing it in, but you don't want to put extra bulk there. Okay, so I'm going to match it with the edge over there. All right, so the way to do this is I'm going to hold it on one of the pocket sides. Here's your middle, and this is where this guide's going to be helpful again. Run your glue from the side closest to the longest edge of your triangle here, yeah, and either side of the fold for each pocket. So there's that. I'm going to go like that for the edge there, then again carry on down. You're only not gluing on the sides you've folded over to reinforce, so these two. Okay, so you've got that there. A bit tricky, but we'll start over there at the top. We'll bring that down to the bottom and then just move that along. So there we go. Okay, so here you've got your double glue line. There's the glue and there's the glue, and you've got your pocket in there and a pocket in there. All right, so same again here. So the bottom and bring it to the edge. So perfect. Great. Right, so while that's drying nice and flat there, we are now going to put a bit of lace across the middle. So I've gathered a couple of goodies here. Right, so I'm using this lace, any lace that you have. The cream would look lovely. I want to put a piece, and I'm going to go straight across here. Okay, so little pair of scissors. We will cut it just there, and the side I just want to give it a little bit of a neaten edge, and that's fine. I don't know why I'm using the fussy cut scissors, but there you go. Right, I do love this page, so pretty. Okay, so now we're going to just stick this down and then put some lovely decorations on here. So let's just, you want to get it sort of in the middle. So the middle is in the middle of your lace really, and this is where that fold line again is really handy. Okay, right, and then anything that's over the edge you can just trim off. Okay, right, so there, so far so good. We've got our little pockets and it's looking great. So I've got lots of bits and pieces going on in here. Let's hope I can remember how I want it. Okay, so this is from my little fussy cuts, which we're going to use now. Sorry for the sun is now coming in, and I'll try and keep it in the shade. So I'm going to stick that little one just over there. Yeah, I was spending the morning, well, most of the day really, at my son's house, who's he's just having his bathroom redone, and he asked me if I could fill in for 3 days because it went over on the time frame, and my son had taken leave for the other, him and his partner. So yeah, I'm going to put this little pansy on. that's where I was. It was lovely, sunny in the conservatory and everything, so I was enjoying a lovely time there. As you do. Right, let's think. Okay, I want to put, was it this one? This one. We're going to put this little mouse on over here, just like that. Yeah. I love these little mice, and I'm so glad that you love the little bunnies. So yeah, thank you for so much for the wonderful compliments and everything. I'm thrilled to bits that you enjoy it. And yeah, I think it's a great alternative to offering chocolate and sweets and candy to kids at Easter, isn't it? I mean, too much of that's not good for anyone. But there we go. Right. So there we go. We've got that. Now I did put together some little die cuts here. So I've got the lemon, the light green and the pink, and I might trim them off. I'm going to sort of arrange them like this over here. So we'll have the pink, the green and the yellow, something like that. Yeah. And then I'm going to put some more at the bottom here. So we've got green, yellow and peachy pink sort of shade. Yeah, and I'm going to do something and get them stuck on over there, something like that. I'm going to trim them off though. Let me go and do that, and I will be right back here with you. Okay, so there you can see I have stuck all of those down, and that's just added to it. I quite like that. Right, I'm just going to put a few bits and pieces on here now. So I've got this little one, this little pink and black one. Find a spot for that. I think I'll put it just up there. All right. Okay, so we've got all of that done. It's just a case of putting on some flowers. So I've got two pink ones here, two light pink ones. And then I have got two pink with cream. And I thought I would grab the Fabri-Tac here quickly, and I'm going to just add those together. So it's a case of, I think I'll have the lighter one on the top, so I'm going to just put some glue on there and sort of just angle them so you've got the other pink shining through, and then the same with this one. There we go. And then I'm going to get it so that the flowers, the bottom one is at an angle the same as this over there, and stick it on. So, oh, I've moved them already. So let's just get them into the right formation, that's the word. And then we'll get it like that. Doesn't matter that they stick over a little bit, I quite like that. And then while I'm at it, I've got one of these little flowers from the flowers I gave you in your ultimate bundle. And I'm going to just put on a little dab of Fabri-Tac here and stick it in the middle. And I'm going to stick it on there. And I'm going to get my little clips out in a minute. There we go. And then that's going to get glue on the back again. All right, and then again I'm going to just make it so that the pink one underneath is sort of following the lines here. So I didn't go too far over. Just want to get them about straight, you know, like that. And then I've got these big clips, which are just amazing. Let's get that one there. And right, so that's coming along beautifully. So that's going to just go there for a sec while we prepare the next bit. Right, so I've got this little library card. So for the other one, I used the purpley one. There you get 3. All right, so just need to find it for you now. Here you go. So this one has got the purple background with the 3 mice, and I've just stuck that little card in there. So cute. Right, so that's him with his backpack, and we are going to use the green one for this journal. So here's the green background. Here's the little pocket that goes on the front. I've just scored on those lines, and I'm going to just fit it into the back there like that, and then you can just put on your glue. Really easy. It's all done for you. So we'll just fold that down. Fingers are full of glue. Right, so we've got that all done. And you can just go with your ink around there. All right, so this one is ready with this cute little card, and I have already inked that, so that's going to go onto the back. And then all we need to do is, I've got some of this lace, which we use the same for the other one. I'm going to release those clips now. It's not quite done, but it's good enough for the moment. Right, you want to open that flap up now. That's still doing its drying thing, and I want to glue. Now the other one I went around the sides, and I'm not going to do it with this one. I shouldn't have. I wish I hadn't done it now. So I'm going to just suggest that you measure the lace to fit that piece exactly, and then again we are going to stick it down. So I think that's the right way for that. Right, so I'm going to do sort of off center, if you know what I mean. Right, so I'm just going to get that stuck down here. Okay, get this piece on. So we want it like that. Right, any bits that need trimming you can trim. I love what lace does to a project or a page, just lifts it. Right, okay, so we just want to put you back in there for the minute. Right, then I've got this little word joyful from one of the sentiments, and I'm just inking that there. And what I did was, I did this with the other one as well. Just take a scrap of paper. I'm going to take this one, and with the other I took the paper I was using as well. I want to just stick this onto this here. Now it doesn't have to be this particular piece, but it's the nearest to me. And I'm going to just get that close there. I just want to give it a bit of a border with a bit of color. So I'm just going to cut this out really. So we've got that little edge there now. I just quite thought it just added something. And we are going to stick that up at the top there. All right, so get that Fabri-Tac again. All right, I'm just trying to twist that around. Right, I want to get it a little bit off center there. And I've also got one of the tiny flowers. While I've got this Fabri-Tac in my hand, I'm just going to stick that onto that there. And again, I'll probably use my clip. Okay, so let's just get that on there nicely. Okay, now while that's drying as well, I've got these little critters and I want to put them down there. And then I also took one of the fussy cuts and I'm going to put it down there. So I'm just getting the angle right there, like that. All right, now with the other one, I did those 2 mice with that flower, and I used family there with the pink, the same pink as this. All right, so that's what I'm going to do. So let's get that down. Yeah. Hope you're looking forward to a lovely relaxing weekend. I think it's time for me to mow my lawn. I see the lawn's growing quicker now, so spring's definitely approaching, and lots of green shoots. Not on my big tree yet, but I've seen it when I've been walking with Abby, that there are green shoots starting to appear on the trees, which is always a good sign. My tree is quite delayed with that, so I suppose not all trees are exactly the same and their programming must be different. I don't know. I'm not a horticulturist, but I'd love to know. The other thing I want to know is, do birds sleep at night? Where do they sleep? I don't think they all have nests, but yeah. They just sort of disappear at a certain time of day. Have you noticed? Well, for me they do. Right, so how cute is that? Lovely, lovely. Right, and then on the inside, yeah, it's better there, see? Then we are going to place this onto our page as well. Now, you could have put it on 3 sides, the glue, but I'm quite happy with this as it is. I don't think I want to tuck another goodie in there. You could, nice slim tag. Right, our library pocket is in. Lots of lovely writing space. Very pretty. And then we've got this bit. Yeah, all the sun's all over the place now. I'm trying my best. Right, so we've got that there. Was I going to put on a butterfly? Yeah, go on. Like a bit of pop of yellow in that quadrant. So it's down. Right, so now all we need to do is put in our little pockets. So let's have a look. I've got 2 yellow ones and 2 pink ones. So I think the best place to put this one is up here where I can see the house, the nice, you know, in the best possible way. So that means that this one, I'm just looking at the ribbons, I'm going to put that down here. Like that. Oh no, put it up here. Right, and then I want a pink one over here, like that, and a yellow one on this side. So we've got one of each on each page. Right, just need to get it in properly. Okay, there we go. How cute is that? All ready to go into our book. So we can do that. Grab it, go to where our paper bag was, which was over here, right, and slide it in there. I'm not going to do it because I need to take a picture of it first, and I don't want to pull it in and out lots of times, but that's where it goes back in, just slides in over there. And that's it, guys, that's it. There's the other one that we did. Well, she says, and then where is it? There it is. Love those colors. And then, so that's the pinks and purples, and this is the peach and yellows and pinks. I hope that you've enjoyed that. Go and have a wonderful, relaxing time putting this together this weekend. And the sun, enjoy some sunshine and enjoy yourself. Take good care of yourselves, and thank you so much for watching. I will see you next week, Tuesday, and we'll put another project together for this little journal. Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.